I'm just gonna say it, editing vlogs can be quite overwhelming. When you've shot so many things and you're trying to figure out what can the storyline be, and maybe, you know what? I'm just gonna trash it. No. You're not gonna trash it. You're going to watch this video, because after this video, you will know how to edit not just a good vlog, but a great vlog. First things first, yes, we will have to go through the footage to get an idea of what we shot and what the storyline could potentially be. The storyline could honestly be as simple as a day in your life, but even with those kind of videos, there are still a lot of creative decisions that need to be made regarding what goes in the video and what doesn't. Now, if we take a look at my LA vlog, the overall story is me exploring LA for the first time with my friend Sam. We did a lot of things that day, but only these sections made sense for the story that I'm trying to tell in this vlog. As you can see, there are a lot of shots that didn't even make it into the video. My advice is to just throw it onto a timeline, just skip through it and start cutting all of the clips that don't make sense, that don't add to the story, until it all starts to make sense. And this actually brings me to one principle that every vlogger should live by, and that is show, don't tell. We all make the mistake where we talk way too much to the camera and we over-explain everything. We're talking about what we're doing and where we're at. If you did this, it's not the end of the world, because we're currently editing and we can cut it out. And that's the first thing that I need you to do here. Go through all of your footage and cut out all of the clips where you're talking about where you're at and what you're doing, and replace it with one clip or multiple clips showing the thing that you're doing. For example, if we take a look at my vlog, in this part of the vlog, we were going to pick up my iPhone that I had lost in an Uber. So in the car, what I did is I recorded this clip. I'm currently in the car. Sam is gonna get the phone. Instead, what I did is I left that clip out and I just showed that Sam was getting my iPhone. If you watch the vlog, you will understand what is happening without all of this extra information of me explaining that Sam is now getting my iPhone, because of everything that has happened before in this vlog. The storyline was already set up. As you're piecing together your story, if we're going to talk about editing techniques really quickly, one of the best pieces of advice that I could give you is to use J and L cuts. These cuts will make your edit flow a lot better, and this way you'll get rid of a lot of hard audio cuts and just a lot of hard cuts in general. Basically what this means is you're overlapping two layers of audio and essentially making them fade in and fade out. If we take a look at my timeline, you can see that this is something that I do a lot because it makes the edit flow better. Like I said before, it just sounds better, it feels better, it looks better. I highly recommend it. In most vlogs, we're moving from one location to the other location, or maybe we're filming during the day, but we're also filming at night. And this is where transitions come in.
This doesn't exactly mean the transitions between individual clips, like adding crazy zooms or dips to white. I mean transitions more in the sense of story. So how are you gonna get from one place to another and it's a ghost! It's how you get from one place to another and keep it interesting. There are a few different ways you can do this. One way is through a montage of clips. You can use some really nice, smooth 120 frames per second B-roll with some cool music, something really like cinematic. You could use some jump cuts really quickly, just like 2 or 3 different clips to go from one place to the next. Just some way that you can signify like a change of time. So a great way to do this is through time lapses. So whether it's of like a sun rising, a sun setting, or just traffic going by, your viewer will get the sense that time is passing and we've moved forward.
The best part is that you don't actually have to film these transitions, because there's so much high quality footage out there in the online world that you can just use for your own videos. Artlist Max, for example, is a really great resource when it comes to this kind of stuff, because they offer a big catalog of high quality cinematic looking footage. So instead of having to fly back to New York or waking up really early in the morning, which, you know, we don't want to do, we can just grab really high quality footage from artlist.io.
2 more ways that you can also incorporate these transitions are with titles, and that's kind of if you don't have any footage and you're backed into a corner, titles are a great way to do this, or music. Obviously, you're gonna need some great music that supports the story of your video, but you can use music in really creative ways, not just to kind of enhance these jump cuts like they do like in Seinfeld or in this clip right here. Or you can also use it to support the tone of the scene that's happening and move you into the next section of a video as well, depending on the arc of that music track. When there's, you know, a bit of a climax and then a bit of a resolution, you could be moving into a different area there.
Music is not just great for transitions, but it also really helps set the mood in the video and to convey emotion. Now, what I always do is I filter the music by mood and sometimes even by video theme and genre. Now, it is even easier to find the right music on Artlist Artlist because they have a similar songs feature. What makes Artlist different is that they're offering a complete online creative toolkit all in one place. They offer hundreds of thousands of songs, sound effects, footage, templates, plugins, and even an editing software that you can use for your own stuff, but also for client work, and all in one subscription. They actually offer different monthly subscriptions that you can pick and choose from depending on your creative needs and what your budget is. So if you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. You can actually try it out for free, so I really recommend to just go click on that link. And thank you, Artlist, for sponsoring this part of the video. Before we get to the arguably most important part of editing a vlog or a video in general, let's first talk about time management. If you want to save some time editing vlogs, what I would really recommend you to do is to not go over and over and over and over your edit. Instead, edit one section, be done with that, edit the next one, be done with that. Don't go back and rewatch the entire thing. Just focus on specific sections, and then later, of course, you can rewatch the whole thing and see if it all makes sense. And that brings me to what might as well be the most important part of editing: pacing. Pacing is something that a lot of people seem to struggle with when it comes to editing vlogs or editing in general. And I'm just gonna say it, especially in this MrBeast era, everything needs to be high-paced, fast cut. No, because it's about story. It's about conveying emotion. And in this case, what we want to do when it comes to editing is kind of dance with our viewer. You want to keep the viewer's attention, but you don't want to put their mind in overdrive. So you want to give them moments to breathe and then recapture their attention. I'm going to say something that you're not going to like, but I need you to stick with me, okay? Because there's still a few nuggets of gold in here for you. When it comes to editing in general and pacing, it comes down to your gut. When it comes to editing, intuition and just feeling is so important, because editing is also just a feeling. You can know all of the film theory, you can know all of the editing techniques, but what makes a great edit and a great editor, it's that gut. Now, what the heck are you gonna do with that information? I really wanna recommend you 3 things before we leave this video. 1, go check out my friend Hayden Hillier-Smith. On his channel, he talks about the why of editing, which is really important to understand. Then 2, something that you could do right now, no matter where you are in your editing journey, something you can do right now is when you finish your vlog, go watch it and see where you get distracted. If you get distracted, ask yourself why. Even better, get an outsider, someone who isn't emotionally invested in your vlog and your story, go get them to watch the video, and where they get distracted, ask why, and then fix it. And then number 3, when it comes to pacing, again, music can really help you with this. So make sure that you check out Artlist Mac's link in the description, and then also watch this video where I go into depth about the use of music in videos and sound design in general. And don't forget to subscribe. Ah, there we go. It's just like a little, and wait, there's a mirror right here. A little cat here.